There was once a man whose strength was unlike anything the world had ever seen. He could tear apart a lion with his bare hands. He could defeat armies almost single-handedly. He could break ropes as though they were threads. His name was Samson. But Samson had a secret. His strength was never really in his muscles. It came from God. And although Samson could defeat almost every enemy who stood before him, there was one enemy he struggled to defeat himself. Long before Samson became a warrior, Israel was suffering. The Philistines had oppressed the Israelites for years, but God had a plan. An angel appeared to Samson's mother and gave her extraordinary news. She would have a son, and that child would be set apart for God from birth. He would become a deliverer for Israel. There was only one condition. His hair was never to be cut, because Samson was to be a Nazirite, dedicated to God, and so a child was born. His name was Samson. As Samson grew, something became obvious. The Spirit of God was upon him. He was not an ordinary man, and sometimes his desires were stronger than his wisdom. That weakness would eventually lead him into a dangerous relationship with a woman named Delilah. But before Delilah entered his life, Samson had already begun fighting the Philistines, and one day a lion crossed his path. The lion charged, but Samson did not run. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. With his bare hands, Samson seized the lion, and he tore it apart. No sword, no spear, no army. Just Samson and the strength God had given him. But Samson did not understand something. Every victory was a reminder that his strength belonged to God. Later, Samson made a feast, and he challenged the Philistines with a riddle. Out of the eater came something to eat, and out of the strong came something sweet. They could not solve it. But Samson's enemies pressured the woman he loved until she discovered the answer. And when Samson realized they had cheated, his anger burned. His relationship with the Philistines became even more violent. One conflict led to another, and Samson became one of Israel's greatest enemies to the Philistines. Again and again, Samson defeated his enemies. One of the most incredible moments came when the Philistines came against him with an army. Samson found himself surrounded. There seemed to be no escape. Then he saw something nearby, the jawbone of a donkey. He picked it up, and with it, he fought. One man against hundreds. The battlefield became chaos. When it was over, the Philistines were defeated. But Samson still did not fully understand the danger. A man can win every battle around him and still lose the battle within him. Then came Delilah. She was beautiful. She was persuasive, and she wanted to know the secret behind Samson's incredible strength. "Tell me," she asked, "what makes you so strong?" Samson refused to tell her at first. He gave her false answers, but Delilah would not stop asking. Day after day, she pressured him until Samson became tired of resisting. And finally, he told her the truth. "My hair has never been cut. If it is cut, my strength will leave me." Samson had revealed the secret, and he had revealed it to the wrong person. That night, Samson fell asleep. Delilah had finally gotten the answer she wanted. She called the Philistines, and while Samson slept, his hair was cut. Then Delilah cried out, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." Samson woke up. He expected his strength to return, but this time it didn't, because Samson had forgotten the most important thing. His strength had never been in his hair. His strength came from God. And Samson had turned away from the one who gave it to him. The Philistines captured Samson. They took away his freedom, they took away his strength, and they took away his sight. The mighty warrior, who once terrified armies, was now a prisoner. He was forced to work in prison day after day, night after night. Samson had fallen from the highest place to the lowest, but something was happening. His hair began to grow again, and perhaps more importantly, Samson's heart began to change. One day, the Philistines gathered together for a great celebration. They wanted Samson brought out so they could mock him. Thousands of people filled the building. Samson was led between two massive pillars, and for the first time in a long time, he prayed, "Lord God, remember me. Please strengthen me one more time." Samson knew he had failed. He knew he had made terrible choices, but he also knew that God had not forgotten him. Samson placed his hands against the pillars. He whispered his prayer. Then he pushed. The pillars began to move. The entire building shook. The celebration turned into panic. Samson pushed with everything he had, and the temple collapsed. The man who had once lived for his own desires gave his final strength for his people. Samson died that day, but his story did not end as the story of a man who was simply strong. It became the story of a man who learned, through pain, that true strength belongs to God. Samson's life teaches us something powerful. You can have strength, talent, beauty, influence, and still destroy yourself through bad choices. Your greatest enemy may not be the person standing against you. It may be the weakness you refuse to control. Samson lost his strength. He lost his freedom. He lost his sight. But when he finally turned back to God, he found strength again. So remember this: never become so confident in the gift that you forget the giver. Because Samson's greatest lesson was not about how strong a man can become. It was about how dangerous it is to walk away from God and how powerful it can be when you finally return to Him. True strength comes from God.